Your most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Speaking of Clay County, if you're planning on setting up your vendor or your tent down at the Clay County Fair, which starts on Thursday, if you're planning on doing that tomorrow, definitely wait until the afternoon because we have quite a strong line of potentially some severe storms making their way in through the first half of your Wednesday tomorrow. Slight risk of severe weather pretty much for everyone here across the First Coast throughout much of your Wednesday. Main threats here: heavy rain, frequent lightning. We could see wind gusts anywhere from 50 to 60 miles per hour, even 60 to 65, and a few of those stronger storms. Hail is possible. It's probably not the greatest risk. We could see anywhere from pea to quarter-sized hail, and then a brief tornado is possible, especially further to our west and northwest of Duval and Nassau County. So that's going to be out towards Lake City, even west of there, west and northwest of the Waycross area. So Pierce, Brantley, Ware counties probably going to have that best chance to see a potential brief spin up or tornado tomorrow morning. And that's going to be as that squall line or broken line of storms comes on in right around 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, once the line begins to develop, generally that tornado risk will start to go down a little bit. Greater wind risk, that gust front starts to push on out, so that's where you could see some downbursts of anywhere from, again, 50 to 60 miles per hour. Storms making their way through the Jacksonville area anywhere between 9 to 10 a.m. initially, that leading edge, and then continuing through the late morning and into the early afternoon. So expect, again, some heavy downpours, frequent lightning with this as well. And the tornado risk, again, I mentioned, is going to be lower, but not zero through the afternoon. Notice there are just a few real small notches trying to develop there, even in this model run. So it is still a possibility, but we are thinking the further south this line of storms continues to go, the lower that tornado risk will continue to be. And then your Wednesday afternoon or late afternoon and evening will begin to dry out. So there is some sunshine on the horizon. It's just going to take a little while to get there. So just taking a little bit of a closer look, again, up near the Okefenokee, Ware, Brantley, Pierce counties, best chance for an isolated tornado and stronger wind gusts. Again, storm's going to start to blow on in anywhere from about 7 to 8 a.m. and then continuing up until about 11 a.m. Drier afternoon, though. So the rain will exit you sooner than it will for Duval County, St. Johns, Flagler, even Putnam and Clay counties out there as well. Worst of the storms for the Jacksonville area between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. There will be some lingering showers behind it, but I think most of that will then clear on out by the middle of the afternoon. And then timing-wise, again, for some of our southern counties, more so mid-morning to about mid-afternoon. But after that, all the clouds, the rain, the storms, they clear on out. Breezy and much cooler conditions filter on in by your Thursday. Temperature's going to be in the low 70s there. Similar story for your Friday as well. But again, I mentioned breezy. Winds out of the west and northwest anywhere from about 15 upwards of even 25 miles per hour. And then we're staying pretty quiet up until next week. But again, I do want to stress, make sure you have multiple ways to receive your watches and warnings, especially if you're a little bit of a late riser tomorrow. Storm's going to start to enter our western counties by about 8 to 9 a.m. Reaching Duval and Jacksonville by about 10 to 11. And then again, quiet forecast there for the end of the week and the start of your weekend.